Whatever.
So you be drinking
I'm just
root
sitting
beer.
here. Well, just tonight. Yeah, I haven't touched these in a long time. I try to avoid soda as best I can, but I figured like if I'm gonna drink tonight something, I'm gonna avoid alcohol because it's not like last week was like intense or anything. I took a break last week compared to the one before. I just don't want to like I don't want to be drinking most of the week, you know. Because I usually have a drink out on Wednesday nights because we go out for vinyl night. I always have a drink on Fridays and Saturdays because it's the weekend, and then
Yeah.
Sundays sometimes it depends. But yeah,
Like I try to keep it like 2 to 3 times a week, but it's hard. It's really hard sometimes.
what's especially hard since you work at a brewery, bro. You like you know
You
yeah.
know, and speaking of which, I've already had something called a UDBA. For those of you who out there don't know what a UDBA is, one of the best beers on the planet.
One of the best beer. Oh, so we're recording. Oh my god.
Yeah. I
Okay,
was waiting
cool.
to ease
So
into that, but I figured I'll just fucking
you
mention
just
it.
dropped it now. Like, okay, sweet. That's cool. All right. So
And we
what's
didn't
up,
swear
y'all?
for a minute, so there we go. Boom.
Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. So welcome back to the 9 to 5, boys. What did we want to talk about this week? What's been going on in the news?
Well, if you let the dude finish his story.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
go for
so
it.
I had some UDBA earlier because I filled a crowler of it, and I didn't crack it open until now, which was like about a month later after I filled it.
Nice.
And it was good. It was really good. And I figured, well, I'm already drinking,
So
so
you
I
waited
might
a
as
long time
well.
to you waited a long time to try it.
I had a long time to have it because when I get UDBA, it's more in the sense of splitting the can with our father. So because he
Mm,
loves English brown ales and he thinks that's the best English brown ale next to Old Speckled Hen. Both are very
mm.
close in terms of quality and flavor.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he likes drinking that the old speckled hen. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's see. What's been going on the rest of this week? I mean,
Well, I finally finished
I've been
Andor.
chilling. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I finished it too. So now we can talk. Okay. Yeah. Let's
Yes.
like. It was. I love the Prison Break episode. That was sweet. And then you don't know what happened to Andy Serkis because like he's like I can't swim. It's like oh my god, it's tragic.
Yeah.
Um, it was sweet. It was an intense show. Intense show.
Yeah. And I can see why people
But
on
very
Twitter were
good.
freaking out because that is literally the best performance that Andy Serkis has ever given. Like, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's like insane in this show, dude. Just for the short time he's in it,
Yeah.
phenomenal. Phenomenal acting. Phenomenal. Just it's. He's so believable. Like it was so tense when you were in the prison. I love the prison scenes because you felt that control and like it was a really well shot show. Um, yeah, it felt like it was like 2 seasons in one, and not in like a bad way. Like it was like there
Yeah.
was the one storyline with that group of people he met up with on that planet who I think pretty much all of them died, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then he goes to this prison planet, or he goes to prison, right? And so after getting caught for whatever, and that was the second half. And so, but it felt like 2 seasons. It was kind of crazy, but the pacing was really good. I liked Stellan's storyline. I couldn't really follow it that well, but I mean, like that might have been for other reasons. But like, it's good. It was a good show. It was a good show overall.
Well, I think his character was more or less like kind of a guy who works so much behind the scenes to make this rebellion happen that, like, he doesn't make himself well known in the game. He has to have all these secrets and whatnot. So the time that we did get to spend with him was like amazing each step of the way because he's probably under immense pressure. And his fucking speech he gives to this one character exactly reflects that perfectly.
Yeah, I liked he did this like long speech that was really good. And like yeah, it was great writing, great show, great character development, and like even though we know that Andor survives this because he has to survive to be able to do the events of Rogue One, you
Yeah.
still felt some intensity. It was still tense. You're like, oh shit, it's like it's close calls.
Well,
Crazy
there's
times, man.
there's an interesting parallel shot. I'll mention this later, but like there's a shot that made me think, wait, this is kind of like referencing Rogue One in a weird way. So I don't want to spoil it, so I'll talk to you indirectly about it, like after we record.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have to spoil it for the audience. Yeah, I'm trying to like limit that.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's a relatively
so
new show,
that
so I'm not gonna like touch on any major like spoilers. So yeah.
no, absolutely, yeah. But it was a great. Definitely check it out if you can. If you have Disney Plus, it was weird because like I was trying to figure out the math on this one. So like I have the Disney Plus bundle with like Hulu included, Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, whatever that bundle is.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm paying for these services like separately. That's how it's billed separately on my credit card and stuff. But then it's like they sent me an email. They were like, "Hey, it's going to increase to like the bundle's going to be like up to $82.99," and I was like, "I'm pretty sure it was like altogether $30 before. Why such a stark increase?"
Wait, 82, like 82.
$83 a month is what they're saying. Yeah, like $82.99, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" I don't know. I'll see what it looks like when my credit card bill comes in this month. But yeah, that kind of struck me odd. Um, and they make hella money. Why do you need to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Disney prints its own money at this point. Like merchandising alone. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know why they have to do this, but okay.
I mean, yeah.
I might just call it quits on Disney Plus if they keep doing that type of stuff. Honestly.
What do you mean? I mean, like Netflix had to like increase their price from like they're up to like 15.49 now, which is kind of like stark.
Yeah, but like
Or a steep price, I should say. Yeah,
I'm only sticking
I
around.
would quit them first. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm only sticking around on Netflix for like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but like because Stone Ocean is still going on right now. I haven't finished it yet, and honestly, once I finish that, I know for a fact we're not going to get part like 6 or I'm trying to keep it track of like which part it is technically. Like whatever Steel Ball Run is, whatever part that is, like we're not getting that until like in the next 5 years. So
Oh wow! I mean,
yeah,
animes take a long time to produce, right? To like do.
they do, and it's been an online joke. It's like, oh, when's the Stone Ocean release? When is that gonna happen? Because like the last one, which was Golden Wind, that came out in like I think around 2014, 2015, pretty recently. So yeah.
2050. That would be like 6 years, 7 years ago, my guy. Almost
Yeah,
8.
I know, but I'm talking in relative to like animation production years, like
Well, yeah, anime. Yeah, anime always takes so long. Like they had like a long break between season 1 and season 2 of One Punch Man, but One Punch Man season 2 is on. It's all on Hulu if you want to check it out.
especially with the
Um,
copyrights and like licensing and whatnot. Like probably
mm,
in the middle of like trying to get JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on Netflix, they probably like delayed the animation a little bit further than anticipated.
yeah, and maybe in the acquiring the deal and stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, what's another good? And my girl's really into anime, so like I need to get back into it. It's not that I'm not like into it. I just don't watch it as much. I did start watching Castlevania on Netflix, which is dope. Um, but I need to finish Primal. There's like just so much content in so little time, dude. Like people have work lives and stuff, and like I go out a lot, so it's like
Yeah.
But what I did watch this weekend was I watched the new Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, how was that?
Dude, dude, it's more close to the fairy tale. So it's not like the for anyone watch or listening or watching whatever you're doing with this. Um, it's not like the Disney version. It's a lot more to the fairy tale, so it's a little darker, a little more intense. But it was a really good movie, and it made me like tear up at several occasions. And it was just like, and then Ewan McGregor plays Jiminy Cricket, so like it's fucking sweet.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Now the
Oh,
one thing I did not expect, but it does not deteriorate from the film. It actually adds to it for sure. Is it is still a musical, so there's a couple musical numbers,
huh.
but it's not over laden with it too much. It's kind of like it is on par with like a Disney animated musical. You know what I mean? But it's
Yeah.
cool. It works out, and it helps to tell the story. That's kind of the point of it, right? So it's like it works, and it also is just a whimsical fantasy movie, so like it makes sense. And I love the design of Pinocchio. He's adorable, and it's really cool, and you like really see like all the wooden stuff, and like he even has like a branch sticking out of the back of his head still. Um, because I guess in this movie Geppetto decided to play God when he was drunk. But anyway,
Oh my god, bro! Why you gotta hit me with that?
That's what it is. It's pretty much a retelling of Frankenstein in some capacity. It's an artificial intelligence that he just birthed into life, and it's got to learn how to be good. And what happens when it tries to learn to be good? It fucks up a little bit, but then it ultimately does good things. And so it's like it's such a beautiful movie. And there's like a little speech that Ewan McGregor gives at the end, and it fucking brings me close to tears, man. And it's just great, and it's adorable, and it's so much fun. Such a visually like pleasing movie too. Definitely like check it out when you have the chance. It's like 2 hours long, so if you got 2 hours, make the room. Fucking do it, man. It's a great movie. Love that movie.
Dude, that's kind of how felt with like a Jungle Book movie coming out like a little while back, and then like Andy Serkis was apparently booked to do like a Jungle Book movie as well. So I was like, okay, great, two Jungle Books, movies coming out in like a couple of years of each other. How's that going to work out? I went and saw the first one that was coming out. I think that one was directed by Jon Favreau. I could be wrong though.
Mm.
That one was amazing. Bill Murray as Baloo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like that was the live action one, right?
Yeah, that was. Or
I never
live
saw
action,
it, but
yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do kind of want to. Yeah, because it was all CGI except for the kid actor.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, it was all. Wow.
No,
Yeah,
and
you know what I mean.
that movie was actually really good. I walked into it thinking, oh, it's just going to be another Disney live action film. No, it was actually really good. Casting was on point. It was amazing. The little child actor, like, he did a really good job. Like, for a room that's essentially just CGI, like, he did an amazing job.
Yeah, and there's just a bunch of like people in those dot tracking suits, and that he has to act to,
Yeah.
which is crazy. I'm sure there's a better name for that. I found out tonight, so I have an espresso machine, and I was like, I finally decided I need espresso cups, like the special little mugs, right? The ceramic cups. And I found out tonight they're called Demitas, is what they're called.
Demitas?
Yeah, and so since I did not know that, I feel like a dem ass. But
You're an Alexander Dumas.
I'm an Alexander Dumas dumbass. I watched The Shawshank recently. This was a few months back, I think, with Jack. It was definitely before you left for Vancouver. We watched it. I love that movie. That's another great movie. Um, it's so well. It's such a good character-driven movie. Like it really helps develop Red and Andrew Dufresne.
Yeah.
And it's fucking perfect. It's just a great film. It's great storytelling, great narration.
Also, cinematography is excellent because, like,
it's on point, dude.
just before Andy Dufresne goes to prison, there's a whole panoramic view. It's like a free, it's an almost freeing experience to see the entire prison before it centers directly into the bus, into his POV perspective. Makes you feel trapped, cornered, which is exactly how he feels throughout the entire movie until. Spoiler alert to anyone who hasn't seen Shawshank Redemption, a fucking classic.
It's like almost 30. It's almost 30 years old, guys. Get on it or get the fuck off of it. You know what I mean? Like
he does get out of prison, and then when him and Red meet up, like it's an open panoramic shot of them on the beach of like Mexico, which symbolizes physically their freedom. They're finally free.
And then it's also like the shot where like he's like kneeling in the rain at crying at being free. It pans away from him doing that, and it's another little trick of that. And it is these close shots, these very stark shots. I like the lighting in the first introduction to the prison cells because it feels so isolating and stark and scary and unknown, and you don't want to be there. It's a really fantastic movie. I like that point you make.
Yeah.
My favorite scene has to be when he steals the record player to put on some music, which was dope. I thought that was like he was a badass for doing that. He's just sitting there all smug and like just great, dude.
I know. And another movie I have to see again is The Green Mile. I will fucking cry, but I will watch The Green Mile again.
Dude, that especially since the actor is dead now.
Yeah.
What's his name? Something Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan, I think. Yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan. Thank you. I knew the last name, but so he was a phenomenal actor, and that movie I remember watching it once, and it was like It makes you fucking cry, dude.
Yeah.
It's heavy, man. It's a fucking dark movie.
Because it deals with mortality in such an interesting way. Like, it does have this wonderful supernatural aspect to it, but it, like, deals with, like, the end of the line, the thing that we all eventually crawl towards, like, in such a fascinating, like, beautiful, but kind of dark way, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Great movie.
Honestly.
It fucks you up. Another movie that makes you cry, and then I watched right after Pinocchio because Pinocchio reminded me of it because I cried during Pinocchio, is The Iron Giant.
Oh, for fuck's sake, no! God damn it!
Dude, I was literally watching it last night, and I got to the part where the nukes are launching, and I was like, I was starting to fucking tear up. I was like, I know it's coming. I know it's fucking coming, man.
The fact that
Um,
Ted Lasso had to address it's like, yeah, we're all watching the Iron Giant, and about like 42 minutes from now, a bunch of grown men are about to sob like babies.
yeah, yeah, exactly, dude. That movie is like, oh, it's so. And there were other
God.
parts where I was like tearing up, and then it was like just I was. It was once he said Superman, I was just full blown like I'm done. All right, I'm crying. It's fucking waterworks, bro.
I'm fucking welling
Um,
up as you're mentioning that, bro. Holy shit.
that movie's just heavy, man. It's
God.
great, but it's great. It's God when they it's the montage of them having fun and getting to know each other. I love that so much, dude.
I know. Oh, it's so fucking good. No, another great fucking film that so many people sleep on is Treasure Planet. I swear to God, it is perfect in every way.
Treasure Planet, dude. It's a really good story about like two lost characters finding each other, and it's fucking and they've both got their old ways, but they learn from their old man because their old man wasn't there for them, and it's a whole thing, and it's like it's a whole oh my god, it's a great coming of age story. It's a great like lost father kind of story.
Yeah.
It's like
It also has one of the best
wow,
fucking Star Trek jokes I've ever heard in my entire life.
what is it, man?
Dr. Doppler is like trying to treat one of the characters who's injured, and like Jim Hawkins, the character, is like, is she doing okay? Can you fix her? It's like, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, but not that kind of doctor.
That's good. All right, sweet. They did a
Yeah.
Bones reference. Um, nice. But yeah, that movie's great, and the scenery is great. It's
Yeah.
really good. It's just a fun sci-fi fantasy type of tale. It's cool, man.
It's one of the last
Sweet.
few movies we had with that distinctive form of animation that you've only seen in Treasure Planet.
Like the Iron Giant or
Yeah, or Atlantis, fucking other banger. That's a classic.
another. It was so banging. I don't remember the
Yeah.
sequel very much, but
The sequel was okay.
it's
I mean,
Milo's Return. Yeah, I think the first one was like perfect, and it could
yeah.
have done without this. That's what I remember. I have to rewatch. That's usually how it goes because like Lilo and Stitch was a perfect movie, and
Oh
they
my
made the
god.
sequel, which was fine. Yeah, Lilo and
Yeah.
Stitch is another. Oh god, it's so good, and the little montage when he's Elvis and stuff. It's hilarious. Oh, I love
Uh,
that.
I don't know what it
Love that
is with
movie.
Hawaii and Elvis, but like those two go together like peanut butter and banana apparently on a sandwich.
Apparently, dude, that's what he was eating. His fucking fat ass was eating himself to death
Yeah.
all the way up to the toilet. Yeah,
And his fucking
and
opioid addiction was like giving him like a 3 month like, backed up stool. It was fucking bad.
yeah, he's like he was unhappy, dude. He was just like filling it. That he was just filling a hole, dude.
Honestly.
Yeah, and
Honestly.
then his hole was too full and could not unfill.
He had a
Oh
whole hunk
god.
of burning love that was trying to get out.
Honk, honk. Oh my god.
Oh, for
We
fuck's
should not be
sake.
joking about this man's death, but
Hey, he died like
um
what? Like 60 years ago, something like that? Or no, it was 50 years ago, roughly.
he died in 77, wasn't it? So it's like almost 50 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, almost 50 years. It's
fucking
like
hell.
45 years ago.
Christ, man.
Yeah,
Also, he
that's
not
crazy.
dead. We saw him at a Burger King, remember?
What?
There's a common conspiracy theory that like Elvis didn't actually die; he faked his own death, and the only reason behind this was because apparently someone claimed they saw the King of Rock himself at a Burger King. Like,
Well, there's so
15
many
years
Elvis
ago.
impersonators in Vegas. Some of them probably do a pretty good job. So, like, I mean, if Austin Butler looked a little more like Elvis, I would have believed it because his voice was perfect. Apparently, he was like in some variety interview, he was saying like, oh, wow, I spent was it 3 months or something, or I think it was months. It couldn't have been years. That would have been insane.
I know.
Spent 3 months away from like my family because like I was trying to get into Elvis. That was all I could think about. It's like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is this method acting bullshit? You don't have to like. You're just playing pretend, dude. You don't have to like go to such lengths. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
well,
Like you
you
just
can blame all that on Jack Nicholson. He's the one that started that whole thing.
method acting.
Yeah. See, like,
Huh.
acting in the movie business at a certain point had like a strict kind of like set system until
Hmm.
Jack Nicholson came along, and then he basically created method acting, which then became the new fucking trend around that time. And you see it in a lot of cinema around that time too. So then it had a brief break period. Then it rose up again around the mid to early 2000s, where people are just taking it to the next level, man. You got Jared Leto, you got Austin Butler, shit like that. Like,
You got fucking Jared Leto not eating for like 3 weeks, just to get into the role of fucking Dallas Buyers Club.
oh yeah, and also Adrian Brody. I forgot about Adrian Brody. His
He didn't
method
he spend
acting.
like 3 months of like isolation to do the pianist?
He did. He did that to really get into this character who's like basically a Jew hiding from the Nazis in World War II. Like he had
Hmm.
this whole, and they also shot the film technically backwards because he was already like thin and unhealthy. So then, as he like actually changed his diet to get more healthy again, they filmed it in such a way that like you know, whereas in the film it starts off with this character being pretty healthy and like fit and good looking, it ends with him being like disheveled shell of a man essentially, but alive. Where
Hmm.
he did the whole method backwards, so he was like already unhealthy looking, and then actually gained some weight and color back in his face.
Yeah, that's typically. I'm sure that's how they shoot films for like when they're trying to have like the male actor grow out his beard or something.
Yeah,
They shoot it backwards like that. That's smart. That's a good way to do it. That's the way to do it. So,
yeah,
yeah. But it's like and then and then fucking Joaquin Phoenix starving himself for Joker, just like being really skinny and stuff. Because like that was zero visual effects. That was just him
yeah.
being like 90 fucking pounds, which like it was severely like dangerous because like he couldn't even sometimes he couldn't even do like multiple takes because he was just so exhausted.
Yeah, no, he got into chain smoking because of that. That was the only way that it can like help him cope with it.
It works for the character because he got into it's the character smokes and he was doing his thing. I actually need to watch that movie again. It was really good.
Yeah.
I might if I have the energy, I might watch it tonight. But what else?
Oh, I saw Bullet
Speaking of
Train, by the way.
Nazis, you saw what?
Bullet Train.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Tell me your thoughts on it.
I thought it was like you said cheesy, but I thought it was very entertaining. So I can actually overlook a lot of the cheese.
It was fun. It was just a fun movie. It's fun, mindless action. There's some good lines in it.
Oh,
I
for
like.
sure.
I think my favorite characters were Lemon and Tangerine. I thought those guys were like hilarious. Um,
Because they had so much of like
and
a
then
Guy Ritchie kind of direction with energy and dialogue.
oh, absolutely, it was very fucking funny. Um, yeah, that movie was pretty cool. It was fun. It was a good movie.
But I cut you off. You were gonna say earlier.
Speaking of Nazis, um, Pinocchio has Nazis
What the?
in it, so it's set.
What?
it's
How?
set.
What?
It's set in 1930s, like Italy, dude.
Okay.
So like Mussolini and shit. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he got royally fucked in
and
the end. That was amazing.
Mussolini is played by Tom Kenny.
What the fuck? Wait, the voice of SpongeBob, he plays Mussolini.
He does.
Well, now I have to see this movie on that alone. Oh my god.
It's such a good movie, dude. It's so great. It's
Fuck! What? Oh my god, man. I would do a SpongeBob voice, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna butcher it. Nah. I'm gonna team up with Hitler, Squidward.
SpongeBob, don't start World War II.
Yeah, I'm already there.
SpongeBob, don't join the Axis powers.
I certainly hope I don't get fucked by the Russians. And he got fucked. He got fucked hard by the Russians. Jesus
Both
Christ.
him and Hitler got fucked by the Russians, because wasn't it Hitler had crossed Stalin in some way? I was gonna say Satan. Same difference, but go.
Well, I mean, both are pretty up there. I mean, shit.
Yeah, didn't Stalin kill millions of his own people?
Yeah, a lot of people looked at Hitler killing 6 million Jews and being responsible for the death of technically 16 million people total. Fucking Stalin,
Which is pretty
though.
bad. It's pretty evil. I'm not gonna lie. We're not justifying Hitler in any way. It's
No, of
pretty
course not.
evil,
Of
but
course not. But in terms of
just comparably,
in terms of evil, Hitler is definitely on top of there. But in terms of kill count alone, Stalin wins. 20 million to 1 is his KD.
KD.
Exactly.
That's
This
insane.
man's
20 million.
Yeah, 20 million. Most of them his own people. And a fucking a stroke took him out.
Really?
Yeah, it was a stroke.
It was something so. I wouldn't say natural, but it was just so accidental,
Yeah.
And he was definitely a wanted man. People did not like him being in power and stuff.
Yeah.
Huh? It's funny how that works.
Fucking Hitler went out like a fucking pussy. Stalin went out by a fucking stroke. The man died of relatively natural causes.
Well, Hitler got married the night before he killed himself, so he was probably just hanging out, and Ava was like, "You call Zisa Bunka," and he was like, "Oh fuck this,"
Oh god. Oh god.
Couldn't take it. Couldn't hack it at marriage, dude. He also had a really fucked up dick.
Yeah, and a crippling drug addiction. Jesus Christ.
Wait, really?
Yeah, okay, so you know how his soldiers were taking meth to drive tanks across Europe nonstop?
Yeah, no sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he had a personal doctor that would just prescribe him all kinds of drugs whenever he felt like it. It's oh, Adolf, you want this? Sure, I'll fucking write this out for you. Boom, there you go. In fact, there's footage of him where he doesn't show, I don't remember which hand it is, but he doesn't show one of his hands ever. It's always behind his back. And the reason why is because it's literally shaking from all the amphetamines and downers he's taking.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, the man was ruling Germany high as fuck on all kinds of shit.
He was just fucking loaded, dude.
Yeah, he was like Ozzy Osbourne of 1940, man. Jesus Christ.
He was the Aryan, loving, fucking. He was a drug addict, man. It's that's crazy, man.
Ich bin going off the crazy train, yeah.
That's funny. That's good. Yeah, just insane.
Oh, speaking of Germany, there actually is some news around Germany right now.
What's going on with them?
So apparently
they're not.
They almost had their own January 6th insurrection.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah, so the reason why is because there's a whole conspiracy theory in Germany that the German government that's been around since 1949 does not exist. That's the new government that happened post World War II for obvious reasons.
I just caught that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obvious reasons. Yeah, there was there was something that happened between 1930, what was it, 34 and 45 that was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was pretty big. It was pretty big in Germany.
Shaped Germany in a different way. So yeah, they had to create a new government.
Yeah, so they did. It was I think it's a democracy technically, but the conspiracy theory goes is that government is not real. It doesn't actually have the overreach and whatnot it does have as their system, the one that they respect and whatnot. These people believe that the actual true government system is the Wehrmacht version, which has been around since the literal turn of the 20th century. So, pre-World War One.
Wow. Okay, so a almost 150-year-old way of government is what they think is going on. So they tried to how did they realize that and that doesn't make any sense to me. because like all of this is a human construction. It's like a social construction, right? We like our
Yeah.
idea of government and oversight and leadership. It's all just ideas we have. It's all just concepts we label things with. And so like there's no difference in what makes a government official or not. It's like just the influence it has. And clearly it's been doing shit for like 70 years, right? No, 60 years. So it's like, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a big, big, if true, fucking theory. But also, like their idea of how that works is basically during that time, you know, around the turn of the 20th century, like Germany was a country, yes, but it was like mostly states, where like they had their own weird little royal family per state. So we're talking like 50 plus like states and like cities and whatnot with their own fucking royal family. So
That's what the
they're
previous government has. We're gonna have the United States of Germany.
pretty much, yeah. But how they want to treat it this time, if the actual insurrection went through, was they would anoint one guy who actually is a direct descendant of one of these royal families in charge, who's basically leading the charge with this conspiracy theory.
Oh, of course he is, because he'd be the one ruling.
Yeah, and it's funny. I don't remember the fucker's name, but like I see pictures of him during this whole fucking news cycle story, and I'm like, he looks like Bernie Madoff. He was in a Wes Anderson movie.
I gotta find pictures of this guy now, man. Shit, it sounds insane. So like, I'm gonna look up World News Germany. Should be able to help me find
It should.
what's going on here.
Yeah, it'll be some like old fucker with like long hair, and usually in like a brownish green suit, like almost like a weird Riddler.
Wow, this is I haven't found him yet, but a foiled coup attempt in Germany and the danger of conspiracy theories. That's insanity, dude.
I know, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, you'll have to send me a picture later. I'd have to find it. I'd have to look harder, and I don't have the energy for it. But that's weird. That like, it's like left extremists don't do this shit. They just do stupid shit like throwing tomato soup on art.
Yeah, honestly.
Why can't I mean? Why does it have to be so? Why does it have to be bad ideas that are always the most effective at trying to do shit? Because like I will say, like they are trying to. I mean, it's not good what they're doing. I'm not justifying it, but it's like it is. They are effective at what they're doing. I mean, motherfuckers here on January 6th broke into the Capitol, and these were some crazy motherfuckers, some weird people, dude. With dumb, yeah, it was, and then not wearing masks. It was like literally the perfect time where you could wear a mask, cover your face, and simultaneously keep yourself from getting COVID. But they didn't. They don't believe in COVID. They're fucking stupid. So they did their thing.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying, because it could have been the one moment in time where you wear a mask on your face, and it makes sense, and it is an effective mask to cover up most of your distinctive features to actually go out and commit a crime and theoretically get away with it completely.
And it'd be hard to identify you.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you like walk in shirtless, showing off Nordic tattoos.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it sucks too because I have some like Norse stuff on me. So like it sucks that that's being re-identified. If any of these become a new neo-Nazi symbol or something, I gotta definitely get a cover up. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, you know me, I collect Hawaiian shirts, and apparently that's now affiliated with the fucking Boogaloo Boys. So I'm like, fuck that, and fuck the Boogaloo Boys. Fuck them.
What's the Boogaloo Boys?
It's a weird subsect of white nationalists who wear Hawaiian shirts and military gear over it.
That's the strangest combo. I can't take them seriously. That's not a good uniform. They're taking an L, bro. That's so bad. What the fuck is that? Camo and Hawaiian don't match. What the fuck? I'm like trying to picture right. I've got camo pants right now. I've got some camo sweats I can put on, dog, with this shirt, and it just wouldn't work. That's bullshit. That's stupid. I hate that.
It's like wearing a reflective vest on top of like a marine uniform. It's like, are you trying to stay camouflaged or not, bro? What is going on?
Yeah, you're trying to stay hidden around the open. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't match. That's fucking terrible. At least some fucking gray or something. Like, just oh my god. Whatever, man. That's insane too. That's weird. Like, why do they have to ruin an article of clothing? Hawaiian shirts actually can be very cool, and they can be very sexy when done well. Like, you got the khakis, you got the sandals, you're on the beach in a Hawaiian shirt with the rolled up sleeves partially. Ooh, it's just gets me fucking ooh.
I
That
know,
gets me
dude.
fucking heated, bro.
Hawaiian shirts are like the
Sex.
one floral pattern shirt a man can wear and not have to be gay. Like they can just be like vibing.
Yeah, they don't. It doesn't have to be. No one automatically assumes they're gay. You
Yeah.
think could they be, but they're not. You don't automatically assume. You know.
But on top of that,
It is.
I'll fucking wear a Hawaiian shirt and a camo bulletproof vest over it and suck some dick to fuck with the Boogaloo Boys. Just personally, fuck them.
Absolutely. Just start,
Yeah.
just start doing gay shit because you know they hate gay shit.
Exactly.
So go for it, man.
And
Start
sucking and
blowing.
fucking black men and Latinos, man, because you know for a fact they're gonna hate that even more.
They're gonna hate it even more.
Yeah.
Fuck every other race but white.
Exactly.
The Boogaloo Boy. That's such a dumb. Why is everything about them so dumb? Their name is stupid. What the fuck is that?
Well,
Um,
I blame the fact that the Proud Boys overshadowed them, but like weirdly enough, like they eventually turned like borderline gay too, which is fascinating. It really is.
Proud Boys.
Yeah, they had this whole thing where they like wore like kilts, I guess, to a movement, and then literally pulled down their pants to show their bare ass at some point. And then their own fucking founder, one of their major founders of the movement, actually like just on air put a butt plug up his ass.
That's pretty. That's pretty fucking gay, dude. I'm not gonna lie. As a bisexual man, that's pretty fucking gay.
I don't know how that's protecting the white race, but okay, you do you, man. Like shit.
What? Yeah, how does that equal to like protecting people from white genocide? That's insane.
Yeah.
What? That doesn't. Why do you need to do? Hold on. I thought this was like the same group of people who were like, we don't want kids at drag shows.
I know, I would
Because
have
they're
thought so
doing gay
too. And I'm just like,
Um,
what? Okay, you don't want kids at drag shows, but then you're putting butt plugs up your ass. Like, I'm getting mixed signals here, man. What is going on?
I'm getting real mixed, and like you enjoy that butt plug up there. Like men who don't enjoy having stuff up their butt, they make it very poignant that they don't like butt stuff. But you putting your butt plug on live TV, you've done this before, sir. You've done this at least once before. You've had to have had some prep and practice, and you're like, oh shit, this is fun. I should do this on live TV. It's like a mix of exhibitionism and just being gay. Like, like fucking.
I fucking love how you say that because there was literally no struggle for him at all to like put that thing up there.
He
It was
just
like it's just
shoved
smooth.
it. Yeah, he was just ready, dude, because he's had prep.
So I'm just like, you have done this before, and it's normal to you.
Yeah, it's like usually a guy who's never done it would be like, ooh, and like it'd be like a little harder to squeeze in there, but like, you know what? Teach their own, man. And like, we're not judging. You can be gay, but like, just don't be a self-hating gay. Be happy. Be a different kind of proud boy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh, I love when that took off. That was amazing. Where like a bunch of these like gay guys were saying like, "Oh yeah, let's just take that phrase and make it our thing." It's like we are proud boys, them in their boo in fucking bright, fashionable clothing, just having the time of their life, being proud boys, proud and gay. Man, I love that shit. I live for that
exactly,
shit.
proud gay boys, dude. That's all it's about, dude.
Oh my god, I love that shit.
What was that song, the Ram Ranch, that became like super popular at the height of all this too?
Oh my god, I fucking love Ram Ranch. Like that is the dirtiest song ever made on the internet, but fuck me, do I love that riff. Like ding 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 ding.
Yeah, that song's great.
It
It's a lot
slaps.
dirtier than it slaps. It slaps hard, dude. It is a very good gay metal song, dude.
Mhm.
I love that shit.
It slaps harder than my hand on their assless chaps.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. God.
I love it so much. What else has been going on in recent? So there was the coup in Germany, is an attempted coup. Why are people trying coups these days, man? I mean, like, and again, it's like, why not just do it with good ideas? Like, we need a coup. We need some overthrow of the system, but like not in that direction, man.
Yeah.
That's That's not
Also,
cool.
what we're pitching is not anti-American, okay? Thomas Jefferson, one of your boys, the founding fathers, had this exact idea. Every 30 years, America's got to have a revolution. That's what he said.
You call them one of their boys. That's funny. And
Well, because
that's an
literally
interesting.
every American, like all these hardcore conservative types and like whatnot, or even anyone on that spectrum, like looks to the founding fathers as if they're like God themselves, essentially. Like, here's God, here's the
Pretty
founding
much.
fathers.
Pretty much, dude. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's yeah. That's yeah. No. So I mean, I think he's got a point because, like, I mean, I think here's the problem is like I think a revolution is such a good idea, but like it also usually is so violent because that's the only way we know how to have revolutions. Um, but like I know that our generation is so like uh detests violence so much. Like I remember like um God, it was like I was trying to think recently there was some sort of big thing that was going on that like was like intense and crazy. But I remember this like time when I went to the bar, right? It was like this guy like threw this other guy out the door. I think I was talking this about this on the podcast before, but it's like you see such an intense level of violence, you're just like, we're not supposed to fucking do that, man. You get like so uncomfortable about it. Um, so yeah, I think it's very hard for It would be very hard for our generation to do that. And so I guess it makes sense that these violent extremists are so down to do it because they're already like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do some blood, let's get make some bloodshed for like the heart of America or whatever the fuck, right? Some crazy shit
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. It's an insane time we live in, and it gets worrisome every day. But we'll see where it goes.
Well, I think like the problem is like most people look to like freedom fighting and revolution and whatnot, thinking they can do it peacefully. There has never been a moment in human history where freedom and salvation has never been paid in like blood. It has always been paid in blood, one way or another.
Yeah,
Yeah, you look to like people like Martin Luther King Jr. and whatnot, and Mahatma Gandhi. Like, yeah, their shit was peaceful, but it was paid with actual human lives and bloodshed. Like, fucking before Martin Luther King had his time in the light, there was fucking Emmett Till. People looked to the case of Emmett Till as the real thing that started the whole fucking civil rights movement.
I mean, it very much it is reason to believe that that's attributable. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of moments that led to the civil rights movement. And I don't know if it ever got truly fully organized in a chronological way. I mean, I spent years learning the history through school, and only that slim window because apparently all of that's limited now. Now we know, which actually really sucks because like we need to hear all stories. I think that's all that humans are is like at the end of the day we're just our lives are stories. Like Martin Luther King had a story. Fucking Jesus had a story. Fucking Rosa Parks had a story. Albert Einstein had a story. All these different people
Yeah.
were just stories, and like now we look up to them and stuff for all the different accomplishments they did. Um, but where was I going with that? But so it's important to tell these stories, and so it sucks that they're not being told in full in schools and stuff. And like I learned about him like from the fucking 17th century, dude. It was like insane. He was like some escaped slave and stuff. Hold on.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh shit, there's a series about him on Netflix.
Huh.
But so, whoops, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. His name was Yasuke.
Yasuke. Okay.
Yeah, it was a man. He was a man of African origin who served as a retainer and weapon bearer to the Japanese. I'm not going to pronounce that. I guess it's army. Um, yeah, and so like he was a full on samurai dude.
Wait, are you talking about this fucking first black samurai? Is that the same guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Holy shit.
right.
I
It was
forgot
just
his
some,
fucking name. Well, if it's any
and
consolation,
so
I couldn't remember like the White Death's name. You know, the fucking sniper from Finland, Simo Haiha. That's his name, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the one. It's always the nicknames that that get you. That we
Yeah.
remember. But he was sick too.
No, let's talk about
But yeah, no.
Yusuke
So that
though.
was
Yusuke.
Yasuke. Yeah. So like that was a crazy story, and I mean it's not. It's probably told more in Japan. I imagine it's like maybe just like an interesting case study, or maybe it isn't. I don't know. I know that also, like, I've heard that Japan can be one of the most xenophobic cultures on earth. Um, but who knows? But so I mean, yeah. So it's that sort of stuff that's like it needs to be. I can't remember the grander point we were talking about with all this stuff, but we were talking about revolutions and shit, and how there can't be a nonviolent one. And I think there's some truth to that because it's like I think humans are just naturally like dicks. We're very good at being bad people. So
Yeah. Well, it's also like I think like genuinely like it doesn't like you can ask for change, but it doesn't like shock a human enough into like forced change than like enough like suffering and like death and whatnot. That's the thing.
mm-hmm.
Like we are hardwired so much into like where taking another human life or being closely like in proximity to the taking of a human life that we are just automatically disgusted. Like it doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
until we hit that moment, then we actually feel fuck something actually has to change. Like
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, but I think for the most part, we've kind of become numb to it because you see like mass shootings and whatnot and stuff like that happen all the time. And you're like, well, it's just another day in America. So
It's kind of how it is. Like there was a comedian talking about like um, I can't remember his name because I saw him on TikTok. But he was joking about like so it's statistically more dangerous to to live in America than to be like to go to war, like to serve in the military because because of increased gun violence there's a higher risk of that. And like he was talking about like how he was telling that, and there was a soldier who got mad. He's like, hey man, I served my country, I was brave. And the comedian's like, well, I've been to a church, a school, and a nightclub, and statistically speaking, um,
I
so I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
and it's like the military as a people who serve, they don't suck. They're the victims in this case because they're just a bunch of like most of them are people who didn't really pass high school or were barely passed, and like they had no prospects of going to college, no money to go to college. They were either dumb or broke. That's why they went into the military. And so like it's the military as an industry is horrible, is evil.
and it treats human life as
It,
very expendable. Like it doesn't. As much as we say like, oh, you're like part of a brotherhood, you're part of a team. It's like no, you get kicked to the fucking curb as soon as you come back. Like
mhm.
yeah,
People, yeah, the government forgets about you. They don't. They just use you to further their own thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the
it's fucked
fucking
up.
discounts you get at like anywhere else is like fucking 10%. It's like laughable in the face of these people. It sucks. It really does.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, it's just horrendous. But
Yeah.
people who do make it out of it and do well with it, good for you, man.
Good on you. The 9 to 5 boys are proud of you, and we will forever be proud of
We are
you.
proud. We are proud of happy, thriving military vets. We hate the military-industrial complex. That is how we be. We love humans. We hate human concepts. On this podcast,
Exactly. That is
'cause,
the most well put
yeah,
thing I've ever heard tonight.
that's kind of like how I am in general. It's like I hate like the concepts of like work and stuff, or like the concepts of like of of mistreating people, of using them for different ways. It's like just be good to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and but the nature of these corporations and industries and stuff aren't that way. But what else was I gonna say? Excuse me. Just a long day at work.
I feel it.
I didn't really even do much today. I shouldn't be saying that, but like I didn't really do much today. Um, it was cool. I just laid back, caught up on some stuff, made a few phone calls.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of felt lost today. I was like, what do I have to do? And it kind of just was all waiting on my boss. And then she emails me, it's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I'm good, just waiting on you, man. But anyway, so it was cool. And then this month is just weird. We have a lot of vacation time, and then this week we have a team outing, which means we don't have to go to work that day. And then we have like a organization like lunch kind of thing going on. Or whatever kind of party it is on Friday. So like I get to vibe. This week's just kind of like chill and laid back,
Fuck yeah.
which isn't a big deal. and we get paid for it, so it's sweet. It's perfect.
Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome, man. Shit.
Yeah, and then we have like 2 4-day weekends in a row because of New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve all falling on weekends. So it's like
Fuck
nice
yeah.
chill. Um, yeah, I'm just kind of like waiting for the holidays to end then, because like that means my work days are going to be pretty busy because I got hella meetings tomorrow, and like I got hella other stuff and like documentation to catch up on. Well, I'll have documentation waiting for me after those meetings, so that'll be fine, I guess. And then I have old ones I'm still waiting on, and it's like, whew, it's stressful. But
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe just microdose and like watch Everything Everywhere All at Once or something.
yeah, maybe. I mean, like that'd be good. Um, that's such a good movie. I've been trying to watch. I've been trying to get my girl to watch it, but she doesn't want to watch it because she cries easily in films. Which, speaking of crying in a film, dude, another good movie I saw last week, I finally finished, was About Time, dude. Oh my god.
Wait, wait, the one with
Oh my god.
Domhnall Gleeson, right?
Domhnall Gleeson, yeah, and Bill Nighy and Rachel McAdams, and
Oh,
Margot Robbie's in it,
wait, what
and
the
she's
fuck?
always hot as fuck. Yeah, she's like his first love or whatever, and is bad as fuck. But anyway, so like,
Well, she can't nearly
there's
be
a,
as bad as like Wolf of Wall Street. You get full frontal nudity in that one.
that's fair. That's fair. It's very
Yeah.
cool. But so anyway, it was a great movie. It was hilarious. It was so heartfelt, and there's this one scene that like is guaranteed to make you fucking cry, man. It's like it's just so. Bill Nighy is so good at playing a dad, and like, and Domhnall Gleeson is good at playing his son. So it's like it's a perfect chemistry they have together, and it works so well. And he's so awkward and funny, and just trying his best at life. And he's, it's great. It's a really good movie. God, and they use the concept really well. And there's this one thing. There's this again. I don't want to say much about the movie, but there's this one piece of advice his dad gives him about the time travel thing, and it's a sick fucking thing. It's so cool. That's what and I thought like, damn, that's what I would do if I could do that. But anyway,
Well, our
so
parents love Bill Nighy, so I'm definitely going to suggest to them About Time.
it's
Like,
on Hulu, so if you guys want to check it out, it's easy to catch.
oh, for sure.
But yeah, no, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
And
Um,
honestly, Rachel McAdams, she's an actress who gets better with age. Like, not like talent wise, like physically. Like,
she's very hot. She's very talented to begin with. She's a goat for sure.
yeah, like she's the greatest of all time, of course. But like
Uh,
age wise, like you look at her in Mean Girls, like yeah, she's kind of pretty. I can kind of get that. But you look at her at, like now at 42, they're like, holy fuck!
she hella bad, bro. I will agree. She's hella bad.
I need me
She's
some of that.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, she's hella hot. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's very funny. It's very quirky. It's very good. Very good.
God. I could
Yeah,
see her and Domhnall Gleeson being very cute together. Honestly,
they're really good at playing couple too. I want to note that they're very. It's like incredibly good chemistry. They're very good together.
yeah.
But
God, now I have to see this. Fuck.
yeah, definitely watch that movie. Another good recommendation. Yeah, I wanted to see it when it came out in theaters. I just never got around to it. I think I don't know what. I mean, life just gets so busy and you forget, and then
Yeah.
you forget to catch it when it comes out on DVD. But now it's on streaming and you can catch it whenever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I guess should we clock out?
Yeah, we should clock out. Also, that's how I felt with Black KK Klansman. I never saw that in theaters, and I still haven't seen it yet, but I know I have to.
That's a really good movie, dude. That's a really. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's another great movie. Oh, that's fucking
We
sweet. And
we
Adam
shall
Driver's
talk
really
about
good.
that on the next one.
Yes, you'll watch it this week, and we'll talk about it next week.
Exactly. All right, this is the 9 to 5 boys clocking out, baby.